Radhe Radhe Govind Govind Radhe 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 Govind Govind Radhe 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 Govind Govind Radhe 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 Govind Govind Radhe.
I would like to welcome all of you also for this evening, an evening where we really wish to have an experience. The text which Bhagavati read to us was a text which described the experience of someone who came into the association of a yogi, a spiritual person. This experience, spiritual experience, can come by association with an open heart. That's very important. The heart is closed. We don't really, we are not able to see the hidden treasures which lie in the heart of those who want to share spirituality. So I request all of you, in fact all of us, that we enter this evening with an open heart, a heart which is able and eager to receive new inspirations in our life. And I believe that this inspiration is given in India. The Pundrik Goswami gives evenings which are, where a few thousand people come together. It's understood that when a qualified speaker shares the spiritual truth of the Bhagavatam, at that time two special guests arrive. That is Radha and Krishna. And they sit at the back of the hall and they are hearing and they make their presence known in the open hearts of all those who are coming. So we hope that we will have an association, a sangha, which is a satsanga, an association which is open for the eternal, open for the divine, open for God, whom we try to invite here into this hall in the Joy Yoga Studio. What a good name. And then we hope that Radha and Krishna will also take their seat here in the hall and in the hearts of everyone. I would like to sing one bhajan as an invocation to Radha and Krishna. It's called Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe. May I request you to repeat after me so that we become familiar with the words, with the names. Radhe Radhe Govinda,
Radhe Radhe Govinda,
Gopala Radhe,
Gopala Radhe,
and then it's sometimes Govinda Radhe,
Govinda Radhe,
Gopala Radhe.
Gopala Radhe.
So let us sit straight. Please look a little bit around, because I will soon ask you to not look around any longer. Few deep breaths. Just feel into what is going on for you. Just breathe. Concentrate on your breath. And calm down, especially the Hare Krishna devotees who always talk. Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopala Radhe 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 Govinda Gopala Radhe 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 Govinda Gopala Radhe 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 Govinda Gopala Goswami now to sing a bhajan as well.
First of all, thank you all very much for giving me such opportunity to spend some time to share some gems from Vrindavana in this beautiful session of Vrindavana Yoga. And I am more grateful that I have with me to support me, to empower me a lot, to go ahead with such divine and deep subject, the most bona fide, His Holiness Swami Sacinandana. I pay my most humble pranams to the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Sacinandana, and the seed of Paramatma, which is in everyone's heart, to all of you, to give me opportunity. Someone said the most hard thing in this world is to listen to someone. And that's what you all are doing. Before saying anything, I like to follow the order of Swamiji. Let's sing some glorifications, holy name of my beloved, the one whom I love the most. And I bet after this session you will love him too. Just a few minutes, some rag melodies and some anurag affection for my beloved Sri Radharani. Just Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Sri Radhe. Please sing Jaya Radhe. प्यारो कृष्णा प्यारी राधे प्यारी राधे राधे कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे ओ कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे ओ कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे ओ कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे श्याम प्यारी राधे राधे कृष्ण प्यारी राधे राधे श्याम प्यारी राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्ण राधे राधे श्याम श्याम राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्ण राधे राधे श्याम श्याम राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्ण राधे राधे श्याम श्याम राधे राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय
subject matters, and we just, Pundrik Goswami and myself, we met in Vrindavana last, and then we met in New York, and now we will maybe meet in Australia. It seems our orbits come together, and at this moment we are here with all of you, and I thought the best way really to make a very, let me say, significant evening where you take a few gems home with you is if we both share a little bit about what lives in our heart in regards to Vrindavan. And I think it is very interesting that both of us are here, Pundrik Goswami and his saintly mother, who we should not forget, who's sitting here, who are born in that most sacred space, the most sacred land where Krishna appeared, and where there is a culture of celebrating the Lord from really morning time, early in the morning. The temple bells are ringing to late at night, when the temple bells ring, signaling that the Lord now goes to take his rest. You know, they are from that place, and I am from Hamburg, Germany. So we will both talk about Vrindavan from a different perspective. He as a resident, and I as someone who looks towards Vrindavan from the west. My subject today will be from that perspective, how to look towards spiritual life from the west. We are living here in the west, but if we can just bring our attention to a sacred place like Vrindavan, at that time we become absorbed in a spiritual and divine atmosphere. For that matter, if we can be absorbed in what Vrindavan stands for, then we are not living in Zürich, although our feet are walking over the asphalt of the Rütlistraße and whatever the streets are called here. So the art of absorption, the art of bringing our consciousness from the material platform to the spiritual platform and absorb ourselves in this. That is the subject I would like to speak about. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishavanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Sri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. The best example I could think of absorbing our consciousness in Vrindavan and then traveling in our consciousness to that sacred place is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. About 520 years or so, he resided in Jagannath Puri on the other side of India, some 2,000 miles away from Vrindavan, and gave us an example of absorption in Vrindavan and then staying in Vrindavan by the power of absorption. I would like to read from a sacred text, a verse, it's the Srimad Bhagavatam, where my point becomes a little clear how we can also absorb ourselves into Vrindavan, and even though we are in Zürich, travel to Vrindavan in our consciousness. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Puri, often the Bhagavatam, that sacred scripture, was recited. Here's one verse which was recited. I will recite it for you. It describes how Krishna, at the end of dancing with his beloved gopis, went into the sacred river Jamuna to relieve himself and the gopis of fatigue, and how this was. I will read this text to you. Advayuta shramamapohita manga sangha drishtas rajasa kuchakum kumaranjitaya gandharva pali viranutruta abhishatva shranto gajive ibadat iva vinnasetu. Krishna, who is transcendental through the very principles of morality, entered the water of the Jamuna with the gopis. It looked like a leader among the elephants who enters the waters with its female elephants. Krishna's chest was covered with a flower garland. It was colored with red kumkum powder. There were many humming bumblebees who felt attracted by the fragrance of that garland. And they followed Krishna like the angels of Gandharva Loka. In this way, Lord Krishna mitigated the fatigue of the rasa dance. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had this picture in his mind. Lord Krishna, at the end of a wonderful dance in the sacred forest of Vrindavan, entering with the gopis, with garlands into the waters of the Jamuna. At the time, he was walking by the sea, and when he looked at the Black Sea, he saw the moon rising over the waves. And as he saw the moon, he was reminded of Krishna's moon-like face. When he saw the rays of the moon dancing on the waves of the ocean, he thought of Krishna's smile, and he felt transcendental ecstasy in his heart. He started to run and call out, not ocean, ocean, but Yamuna, Yamuna, the sacred river of Vrindavana. And then the devotees could not follow him any longer. Unseen by everyone else, he jumped into the ocean, thinking, I'm in Vrindavan, I'm in the Yamuna. I see Krishna calling me with his sweet smile to join him. The devotees were, of course, very worried. They looked all over Puri. They had not seen Lord Chaitanya jumping in the ocean. They had only seen him disappearing in the night. Where was he? For the whole night, they went through every street of Puri trying to find the Lord. Then, finally in the morning, one devotee, Svarudamoda, went to the beach. And there he saw an extraordinary scene. It was still early morning, it was a little dark. And what he saw was one man, a fisherman, who called out, Krishna, Krishna! I'm sorry, it was much louder. I protected you from the shock by very mild. He was really yelling it at the tops of his lungs. And Svarudamoda stopped him and said, you are dancing, you are shouting, what has happened? And the fisherman could not really contain his emotions. He jumped up and down and he said, I don't know what has happened to me. I think I am possessed by a ghost. What happened to you, Svarudamoda, who had an idea that the extraordinary ecstatic symptoms of the fisherman may have something to do with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What happened to you? I was out in the sea. I was catching fish. They came attracted by the light on my boat. Then all of a sudden I felt my net becoming heavy. Pull and pull. And I saw what I thought was a huge fish. Then I looked closer and I saw it was golden. Then it made some sounds, gone, gone, gone. And I thought, my God, this is a ghost. So to protect myself and my family, I immediately invoked the powerful Nrsimha mantra, Namaste Narashinhaya, to drive away the ghost. But it only became worse. Then that golden something heard the mantra. He yelled and called, Krishna, Krishna, my Nrsimhadev, and touched me. From that moment, when he touched me, I'm no longer the same. I want to give up my material life. I want to run to Vrindavan and chant the holy name of the Lord. Now I'm looking for a powerful oja, an exorcist. So Svarudamoda said, I can help you. I'm a very powerful exorcist. And he chanted some mantra and gave him 3 slaps in the face. The fisherman woke up and Svarudamoda said, now show me the ghost. So the fisherman brought Svarudamoda to a place on the beach. And there everyone could see the golden form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was covered with sand. He did not move. he was hardly breathing, and from his breath the sound Krishna, Krishna, Krishna came very softly. The devotees cried. The Lord looked covered by sand. He looked so miserable. They stood next to him, and like they had done many times when the Lord went into these ecstatic states of Krishna consciousness, they sang the holy name to bring him back. Slowly, slowly, after hearing the holy names for some time, the Lord opened his eyes and he said, "Where have you brought me? I was in Vrindavan. I was seeing at the bank of the Yamuna how Krishna entered the waters of the Yamuna. I saw how the gopis dressed themselves in white bathing dresses. Then Krishna expanded himself into as many forms as there were gopis. And he had a loving relationship with all the gopis. But then, as I saw this beautiful scene, you made a loud noise and you brought me away from Vrindavan. You brought me back here to Puri. Why have you done this? Where is Krishna? Oh, Krishna, Krishna." Svaruddhamana said, "My Lord, we were just reciting a verse from the Bhagavatam. Then you disappeared in the night. You must have jumped into the ocean, thinking it to be the river Jamuna in Vrindavan. In great worry we looked for you all night, and now we found you. Please come to your home and take your meals." Now, this is a little pastime which came to my mind when I was thinking, what can I share while Pundrik Goswami, a resident who lives in Vrindavan, is next to me. What I would like to share is something which I truly believe in. I think Vrindavan is not a map on the, or a point on the map, a geographical place, in other words. It is a state of consciousness. And if it is possible for a person, although he lives in the West, to absorb his consciousness in Vrindavan, in some ways he can always be there. Last year was for me a wonderful year with a difficult closure. I had been in Vrindavan and it was my best time so far, but somehow, because the water was Indian unfiltered water, I had contracted typhoid, the black tongue, like the Zürich asphalt. And Pundrik had visited me and gave me a mantra to cure myself. Achyutaya namaha, Govindaya namaha, Anantaya namaha. And at that time I chanted it. And I didn't become completely healthy, but I came by the power of this mantra into an Ayurvedic hospital. So it worked. It did its job, you know. And it was in Delhi, and I stayed only 150 kilometers away from Vrindavan. The place I loved most was only 150 kilometers away. It's almost like a lover who stays 5 meters away from the apartment of the beloved and cannot see her. I was suffering pangs of separation. In that time I remembered the instructions of my exalted spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, who said that if you can't be physical in Vrindavan, you can go there in your mind. Yeah. And every morning while I was staying away from my beloved land of Vrindavan, I was making a Vrindavan meditation. I remember I went there, I saw the different temples and the deities in my mind, and I took bath in the Jamuna, and I drank tons of Yamuna water without any physical consequences, because I was doing a meditation. And I felt that my heart was soothed, it became peaceful by the simple method of thinking of Vrindavan always. Now, from this experience, I'm writing a book. The title is called Always in Vrindavan, and the first person whom I will show the manuscript is Pundrik Goswami, who will now speak to us as from a different perspective that is a resident of Vrindavan. I thank you very much for listening so patiently and carefully, and I request you to listen now to the real speaker amongst us, to our Pundrik Goswami. Jai Sri Radhe.
Chaitanyam Suvanam Manam Manamanam Manam Manam Manasam Maya Dhavam 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 Madhavam Swasa Sarasaram Saram Sarasaram Saram Saram Vasaram Vaikuntadhibhavam Bhavam Bhavabhavam Bhavam Bhavam Shambhavam Gaurange Mridima Smite Madhurima Netranchale Dradhima Vakshoje Garima Tathaiva Tanima Madhye Gatau Mandima Shunyam Japradima Bhuvo Kutilima Bimbadhare Sronima Sri Radhe Hridite Rasena Jalima Dhyanistume Gochara Nana Ratnamaya Sthali Bhiramita Moda Viratyadbhutam Pullai Ballimatallika Tarubareenitam Rasullasidhi Atyananda Madakulai Tarubareira Baddhakulalam Kalindya रसधारया वलयितं ध्यायामि वृन्दावनम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे I didn't came here to be as a speaker. Just wanted to purify my most dirty heart by the beautiful words of Swamiji. Reading, speaking about Krishna Katha is a different thing. Anyone can speak, but presenting the Krishna Katha as a film in front of you, this can only be possible by the divine mercy of Srimati Radharani. One can only attain the devotion just by hearing it, not by speaking. Tava kathamratam tapta jivanam kavi viriditam kalmashapaham sravana mangalam. You can attain mangalam, liberation, salvation, by hearing katha. Gopi didn't say kathan mangalam. She said sravana mangalam. Acharya from another sampradaya, who is also following the devotion of Sri Krishna, explained the 6 qualities of Katha through this verse, in which the most significant quality is, if you have the thirst, the compassion, the eagerness to hear about Krishna. I clarified all this in the starting because I came here to hear. Thanks for giving me opportunity. Vrindavana Yoga. Yoga from astrology means a connection. From the perspective of astrology, it means the connection. If a boy and a girl wants to marry, and if they show their chart to the astrologer, they check the gunas guna from a male and a female. And if all the gunas goes right and in a correct way, then they declare that there is a yoga of marriage. Yoga means, from astrological perspective, connection. Patanjali have explained many other definitions. Athaha yoganushashanam. From here, Patanjali starts. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chittaikatanata dhyanam iti yoga. Several things. A connection with Vrindavana. An affection towards Vrindavana. Even yesterday somewhere I was speaking something very much related to today what we are eager to hear. Maybe I was practicing for today. Because I have such animated sadhu with me, I was also scared. A connection with Vrindavana, Vrindavana yoga. The state of love is that when even you forget yourself, who are you? When Krishna left in between the Ras dance and gopis with the tears, with pain, looking for him in or around the forest, Tatraivantaradhiyate, when Krishna disappeared in between the Ras dance, Gopi went into such deep separation that even she forget who is she. She started behaving like Krishna. Gati smita prekshana bhashana adishu priya priyasya pratirudha murtaya asabaham titva balastyadatmika yavevisu krishna vihara vidhrama गायन्त्य उच्चैरमुमेव संहता विचिक्व रुन्मत् तकबद्बनात्मनं पप्रक्षुराकाशवदन्तरं बहिर्भूतेषु सन्तं पुरुषं वनस्पतिं. 10th Canto, 30th chapter, 4th verse. Gatismita. As Krishna walks, Gopi started walking like that. As Krishna smiles, Gopi started smiling like that. As Krishna behaves, Gopi started behaving like that. As Krishna speaks bhashanadishu, Gopis started speaking like that, behaving like that in such a naughty way. The old gopis became a childish Krishna. Priya priyasya pratirudha murtaya. This line is very important. Very deep. Priya priyasya pratirudha murtaya. There are no two left. Priya priyasya pratirudha murtaya. In Nyaya, there is one logic which is known as Bhringi Kirtan Nyaya. According to Bhringi Kirtan Nyaya, an insect Bhringi, I don't know what we call it in English, but Bhringi, what he does, he kidnaps us to another insect and make a nice, small kind of a house with the mud, with the soil, so hard, and imprison that insect into it, and stand outside and makes a sound like bring, bring, bring for many years. He's doing yoga. And what happens after? The insect which is inside break the walls and come outside as Bringi. The insect converted into Bringi just to hear bring, 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 bring. He had nothing to eat inside, he had nothing to think inside. He can just hear 24 hours bring, bring, bring. Such deep vibrations converted into that insect and made him the same insect. Priya priyasya pratirudha murtaya. Who is Priya and who is Priyasya? Gopi and Krishna. Well, Gopi forget that I'm a Gopi. She started thinking another Gopi is Krishna. One became Krishna. One became Putana. If you see the 30th chapter. One became Trinavarta, another became Krishna. One became Gargachari, another became Krishna. One became Yashoda Maiya. And they were all behaving Gatismita Prekshana Bhashana Disu Priya Priyasya Pratirudha Murtaya Asabaham Titva Balastyadatmika Nyavedisu Krishna Vihara Vikrama. And even when the separation increases, more. Kachit Kurvaka Shoka Nag Punnag Champaka Rama Nujo Manini Nam Vito Darpa Harasmita. Kachit Tulasi Kalyani Govinda Charana Priye Sahatvali Kulai Vibrat Drishtas Cheti Priyachyuta Malatya Darshiva Kachan Mallike Jata Yuthike Pritimbo Janayan Yatah Karasparshen Madhava. When she saw a very tall tree, she started asking the trees, started asking the bumblebees, started asking the flowers, got so angry with the bumblebees. When she saw the bumblebees, you are the same bumblebee when Krishna stand in front of us with the Vaijayanti Mala. That Vaijayanti Mala have 5 types of flowers. And we feel like teasing. You are looking at us, we want to embrace him, and in front of us, when there is a difference of only 2 meters, and you drink the nectar of the flowers from that garland which Krishna wears, and tease us. Madhupakitava bandho mas prasangrim sapatnya kuchi vilulita mala kunkuma masrubhirna bahatu madhupatistan manini nam prasadam yadu sadasi bidambyam yasya dutastvamidrik. Brahmana Geet. Are you the same bumblebee who always tease us? But please, I beg you, can you tell me where my beloved has gone? Hey Tulsi, You were green, but how you became Shama, black, dark. Karas Parashena Madhava. When my Madhav, my Krishna was crossing, he might have touched you with his hands. So you grasp the color of Krishna and became Krishna. Karas Parashena. Ruda Priyana Panasa Sanako Vidara Jambar Vilva Vakulambra Kadamba Nipa Yene Parartha Bhavaka Yamno Pakula Sam tu Krishna Padavi Rahitatmananda. Oh Yamuna, you were white yesterday. Why you are dark now? Might my beloved Krishna have crossed you. And the marks of his footsteps must be there in your heart. But please, Yamuna, can you tell me where my Krishna has gone? He left my heart. The feel of separation. What is Vrindavana? When you can feel, when he is in front of you, but still if you have the feel of separation. Viraho na sangamastasya. Yesterday I was saying, if you are walking across in the bank of a river, you won't know the meaning of thirst. Even you don't care about thirst. If you feel thirsty, you will have the river, you can just drink nicely, easily. But if someone who is walking in the desert knows what is the meaning of thirstiness, because if he feels thirsty, then he has to do so much effort to even gain a drop of water. There is no taste in the water. Taste is always in the thirstiness. There is no taste in the food. Taste is always in the hunger. There was a king, very rich. Obviously, kings are always rich. But he has so much ego with what he got. He always used to say, this much. My bank account balance is this much. Just to show his money. One day a sadhu came to him and said, what you have is just 1% with what I got. King said, really? Yes. Then show me. He said, come with me, I'll show you. I hide it somewhere, very confidentially. I can't show it to everyone because it's a lot. King said, okay, I want to see. Sadhu said, but you have to come with me alone, not with your whole troop, not with your whole team. Come alone. He said, okay, I'll come. Because he asked the question which can break his ego. Everyone does his work to fulfill their ego only. I was reading somewhere, the first man who climbed the Mount Everest, when he came back, everyone asked him, what you liked there? What was there which gave you pleasure? The person said, nothing. I just enjoyed because it wasn't climbed by mankind and I climbed it. This was the only pleasure. You even cannot make home on Mount Everest, not such place. So unpleasurous, you have to have so many oxygen cylinders. You even can't breathe, too cold. Nothing to enjoy. One can enjoy that he fulfills his ego. Oh, I climbed Mount Everest. That's all. Many are listening to me because there could be an ego also. Then I'm a good listener. The king went with the sadhu. Sadhu took him to the desert, to the deep forest. continuously walking. After 3-4 hours, king started feeling thirsty. The sadhu had the kamandalu. I mean, everyone understands kamandalu. With the water. The king asked, "Oh sadhu, can I drink little water?" Sadhu said, "No. For one sip, you have to pay me 10,000 gold coins." King said, "Are you crazy?" "Go ahead, I can control, no problem." He walked for more 2 hours. He was feeling like thorns in his throat. "Please give me water, I can pay you 10,000 gold coins." Sadhu smiled and said, "This is old price." The new price is, for one sip you have to pay 15,000 gold coins. 50,000 gold coins. King said, "If my soldiers were here, I would have killed you." "Go, no problem, we can move ahead." After 2 hours, he was feeling unconscious. Lips were started breaking, bleeding. Can't speak. "Okay, I'm ready to pay 50,000 gold coins. Give me one sip of water." Sadhu smiled and said, "This is old price." The new price. "Half of your kingdom I want." King got so angry. He again said, "No problem. I think you got crazy." He again walked. After some time, the king fell down. Totally unconscious, said, "Oh king, I will give you." He said, "Now, full kingdom." King said, "I'll give you everything, whatever I have. Please give me some water." Sadhu smiled, laughed, and gave him the water and said, "See, all of your kingdom, you paid me just with the one sip of water from my kamandalu. You lost everything, just one sip of water. What you have?" King surrendered to the sadhu. Yes. With this example, I wanted to say, if someone is thirsty, then he is ready to pay the whole kingdom for one sip of water. The taste is in thirstiness. The taste is in hunger, not in the food. But just like if you walk across the river, around the river, you would not realize the meaning of water. But the most painful thing is, when you are walking around the river is there. You are thirsty, but still you are not able to drink the water. Even if you are in desert and then you are thirsty, still you can control a little bit. But when you are near a river and then you are thirsty, very hard to bear the pain. You want Krishna. You are in Vrindavana, very close to Krishna. And then when the eagerness developed to have Krishna, is the ultimate eagerness. The forest of separation, Vrindavana, Vrindaya Radhaya, Ladini Shakti Aishwaryaha, Tasya Vanam. There are several definitions. Specialist of Sanskrit grammar plays with the Sanskrit word like a mother plays with the child. I'm not the Sanskrit scholar, but by the Krupa I got association of few sadhus, which is giving me such nice jewels from Shastra. The forest of separation. When you're meeting someone, he's just in front of you. But when you are in separation, he will be everywhere. Your eyes wait to see him, your ears wait to hear him. your legs want to go to him. In Vrindavan, gopis, the place of Krishna, but still gopis are feeling that deep separation for Krishna and have such deep desire to have Krishna. And even after 10 years, the Krishna left. And still they are in Viragda Madhav, Acharya explained that Vrishabhanji, father of Radharani, arranged 2 watchmen at the gate of Vrajamandala, that if a beginner come to Vraja, please tell them not to say loudly Krishna. If they will say loudly Krishna, then maybe gopis will fall unconscious for many months. Don't say Krishna loudly. Vrajake virahi loga vichare. Bin gopal thage se thade ati durval tanhare. Vrajake virahi loga vichare. A sadhu from Vraj, Paramananda Swami, wrote this beautiful bhajan in the same context. When Uddhav came to Vrindavan and went back to Mathura, got so angry with Krishna. You are staying in Mathura and your beloved gopis are crying like anything in Vrindavan. You're so rude. I didn't know that. Krishna started crying and hold the hand of Uddhava. Oh Uddhav, at least you understand me. The most precious jewel I have to give my most beloved devotee is the separation. When I'm so happy with someone, I give the separation. The forest of separation. Where you can go and can miss him a lot. If you are in love with someone and if he or she leaves you, you want to vanish all the memories related to him or her. If you look at those memories, it will give you more pain and you will more hanker to meet him or her. But in spirituality, that pain is the stair to achieve that ultimate consciousness. When you feel that deep separation, if you look at the Kali there, oh, my Krishna danced on a snake here. When you go to Govardhan, you see, oh, my Krishna lifted this mountain. Oh, when you see the Yamuna, oh, my Krishna swam in this Yamuna, played in the banks of this Yamuna. Kalindya pulineshu keli kupita musajjara se rasam gacchantu manugacchato srukalusham kansadvisho radhikam tvatpada pratimani veshatapada subhutaro murkate rakshunno nunaya prasanna daita drishtasya prashnatva. Swamiji has explained, if someone who is not in Vrindavan, how he can be in Vrindavan. But I try to explain, if someone is in Vrindavan, then how he can be in Vrindavan. From Vrindavan in Vrindavan. Just like a coconut have a hard cover, but inside a very sweet malai. A Vrindavan has a cover also. A Vrajamandal has a cover also. You need to break that cover and go inside. Yesterday I was explaining one story. I want to repeat it. A devotee. Sorry, I think I'm taking a long time.
No.
My machine get good movement after at least half an hour, 1 hour. So a devotee came. A family came to me in ashram in Vrindavan. I sent them to do Vrindavan parikrama. Just after 15 minutes, again a devotee came. I sent him for Vrindavan Parikrama also. First the family came back. They were really depressed. Maharaj, where you have sent me? So much dirty. Plates are lying there, pigs are roaming there. Too much crowd. So many thorns, so many stones. See my head. Too many blisters. Not good. That would be very good for you. Don't do ever. Just after 15 minutes, the devotee came from the same place. But he was dancing in ecstasy, crying in the love. I asked him, what happened to you? You are coming from the same place from where this family is coming and they are crying in pain and you are crying in ecstasy. The same place, but why there is so much difference? There were so many thorns, there were so many stones, there were so many dirty plates, so much crowd. You didn't feel affected from all that? The devotee said, I'm sorry. I haven't seen them. I will go tomorrow again and will let you know, give you the report. I said, it's okay. But then what you have seen? I asked him. He said, it's very interesting. I said, tell me. He said, when I started my parikrama, I feel like that Krishna crossed me. And his pitambara flowing in the wind, and the thread of his pitam was stuck in my ring. And I said, oh Krishna, please wait. Please wait. But he was running and not listening to me. He might be going to Radharani. And I was just following him. Please leave me. I want to do your parikrama. But he wasn't listening to me and running. After so long, automatically that thread came out of my ring. And then when I stood and realized that my parikrama is over. That's how I did my parikrama. I did my pranams to him. I really did my sashtanga to him. You are the only one who did the real parikrama, who enjoyed the parikrama. When Krishna was with you, the separation is the ultimate stage of devotion, and even when you feel separation in Vrindavan, once there was a sadhu, Gaurpad. My father many times says this to me. Gaurpad used to live in Vrindavan. 10 times a day Krishna comes to him and asks, oh sadhu, you are fine, can I offer you anything? 10 times Radharani used to come to the sadhu and ask, can I give you something? One day Radharani came and asked, I can see, I can read by your face. You see, you look very sad. What happened? He said, Radharani, when I will be most fortunate, when I have my best fortune. Radharani said, she was shocked. 10 times Krishna coming to you, 10 times a day I am coming to you, still you are waiting for some good fortune? What is better fortune than this? We both are coming and taking care of you in Vrindavan, we are staying in Vraj, still you are waiting for some good fortune? What you want? Sadhu said, you really want to give me? You really want to make me fortunate? She said, yes, tell me. He said, when 10 times Krishna comes to me, you stays in Nikunja and wait for him and feel the separation for him. Because of me, fallen soul, you feel separation for Krishna when he comes here. And when you comes here, Krishna wait for you in Nikunja and feel separation for you. Because of me, fallen soul, I let Krishna feel separation from you. I will feel most fortunate when you both won't come to me. You both stay in Nikunja, sitting on a swing and giving everyone the most pleasureful leelas, and I can sit here and cry in your separation. That is Vrindavana Yoga. When you can still feel, when my Krishna will come. Madhusudan Suripad, he was listening to Katha. Krishna came in between Katha and put his hand on his shoulder. He said, who is there? Krishna was there. He said, why you came? Krishna said, I'm so happy by your eagerness of Katha. I want to give you something. Please ask from me. Madhusudan said, you really want to give me? He said, yes. Then do one thing, go outside of the hall now. Let me hear your katha, I'll meet you later on. Why are you disturbing me in the katha? Katha matraika jivana. I don't want you, I want this separation. It is not hard to find Krishna. It is very hard to find love for Krishna. Kamsa got Krishna. Raman got Ram. He's there. If Prahlad can have him from a pillar, then why can't you have him from anywhere? Prasa desa pati pati chasa prishtadas purasa paryankesha dishi dishi chasa tad vyoga turasya ham ho cheta prakriti rapara preyasi ka pisasa sa jagat nikhle koyam advaitavana. From everywhere. One devotee started fighting with me after I said Nrsimha Katha. I said, you tell me a fake story. I said, why? You're feeling it is fake? He said, last night when you said about Nrsimha Katha, I broke 15 pillars from my house. Nowhere Nrsimha came. I said, you are a fool. You should have asked me before doing it. He never comes from pillar, he comes from your faith. Nijabhritya bhashitam. When Prahlad said he is in pillar, then even Hiranyakashipu realized, yes, he is in the pillar. Then only Nrsimha. Stambhabhyantar garbhabhav nigavat vyakhyat tadvaidabhi. Yah panchanana panchajanya vapusha vyadishta vishwatmata. Then only he came. Similarly, to have Krishna is not difficult. When you have that affection, he will come to you. In the field of liberation, when you hanker for moksha, you have to go to him. But when you hanker for devotion, he will come to you. The fruit of devotion is not that you reach to him, he will come to you. Gopal Bhatta Goswami had never been anywhere. He was just worshipping Shaligram. Krishna came to him. Nrsimha came to Prahlad. Ram went to Shabari. She was just waiting. When you have that, it is not hard to have Krishna. When you have that feel, he will come to you. But it is very hard to attain that divine love which has no condition. Ahai tu kya pratihata. No condition, unconditional love. Why you love Krishna? Because he is the only one whom you can love. He is not asking for anything else from you. Naumi dhyate Brahma. Pitama Brahma said in Brahma Stuti 10th canto, Naumi dhyate Brahma pushe tadidam varaya gunja vatans paripichala sanmukhaya. I surrender you. I surrender unto your lotus feet. I love you. Naumi ide. I love you. Why? Because I only found you till today whom I can love. Who don't want anything from me. Just waiting for you in several temples that one day my pure devotee would come. Just for me. Not to get things from me. Just for me. Don't want anything. To attain the love is the ultimate thing. And then in love, to feel the separation. In material love, the meeting is pleasurous. But in spiritual love, the separation is pleasurous. Don't come, Krishna. You enjoy with Radharani. Let me enjoy hearing your separation. Because that can develop the eagerness. And when that comes, Vyas wrote Bhagavatam in that separation. Kaviraj wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita when he felt the separation. All the Shastras, all the poetry created only in separation. No one wrote anything in meeting. There is not a single poetry. Everyone wrote when they felt the pain. Pain is always creative. It's always creative. It creates everything in this world. One created everything, all the philosophy, all the poetry, all the paintings. A good singer was always in a pain. Vrindavana, Viraha, the forest of separation, the forest of Viraha. The forest of Viraha is Vrindavana. And that Viraha can make you a Vrindavana yogi. I pray to the lotus feet. I pray to the such bona fide sadhu sitting with me, helping me to give you some gems from Vrindavana, that we can also attain such stage of devotion when we can only see Krishna, nothing else. You always say when Krishna will come, Gopi always say when Krishna will go. When he is here, I can't do anything. When he will be everything of us. Hari Hari Naam Uchariye, Hari Yeshu Suniye Khan. Live for Krishna. That is Vrindavana. I pray this useless tongue can chant some beautiful names of Krishna. I pray these useless ears can hear something about Krishna and we can invest our life in the love of Krishna. I request you all, please bless me so that I could continue and I could have this strength so I can share something from Shastra, something about Vrindavana to everyone. Thank you for listening to me with such patience. I ask for forgiveness, especially from Swamiji. If I have done any mistake, please forgive me, and from all of you. Thank you very much.
That is what we all need to hear, devotees speaking from the heart. I'm personally very enriched and I'm very happy to have heard you. This is the first time I heard you in English speaking. Before I had a translation from Hindi to English. I really know that Radharani is blessing you, and the line Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that those who are in the line of Pundrik Goswami, they will carry Krishna consciousness all over the world. It's a promise which Gauranga Mahaprabhu gave to those who are in the line, in this lineage, and we are really moved in our heart to meet such a personification of a prophecy, so to say, coming to us, and we wish you many open ears and many open hearts on your really very, very much. I'm not saying that, you know me, I speak what is in my heart. I'm very, very happy. So, we will just very brief, let us sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare much